On November 8, 2016, Prime Minister Modi announced demonetization. The old 500 rupee notes and the 1000 rupee notes were no longer legal tender. One of the focus areas of this demonetization was to create a cashless society. And while there's been enormous progress towards India becoming more cashless, what is important to keep in mind is that India has been cashless, that is an economy based on cash or the removal of its hair for several millennia. Indian hair adorns the heads of several Hollywood celebrities, from Lady Gaga to Beyonce to Naomi Campbell, and according to Mother Jones magazine, every Hollywood celebrity within a mile of a world-class weave. Indian hair is the most heavily prized in the world, and it's used to make wigs, weaves, hair extensions, all of which are referred to in the industry as dry hair. India exports over 1,300 tons of hair, approximately 80% of the world's supply. And what is interesting about this is that it generates about $400 million of revenue, employs several tens of thousands of people involved in the collection, in the sorting, in the cleaning of all of this hair. Indian hair, particularly those from the temple towns of Tirupati and Palani, are very, very highly prized, for the simple reason that the people who get their hairs tonsured there, particularly women, have long hair that has got durability and strength, and is entirely uncontaminated by the usage of chemicals, shampoos and hair dyes, and hence is extremely highly priced. Tirupati alone generated over 200 crores in revenue by e-auctioning over 100 tons of hair. It employs over 600 barbers, including 50 female barbers, for the daily tonsuring of about 25,000 people. The hair that is from men, which is shorter and less quality than that of the women's, is used for industrial purposes, essentially for fertilizers, for stuffing into mattresses, and for extraction of L-cysteine, an amino acid. In fact, interestingly, the L-cysteine amino acid is used in the making of pizza dough. So the next time you find some hair while having a pizza, take a moment and spare a thought from where it came from. Indian hair is very heavily prized in the US and Europe, primarily because it is very, very close to that of Caucasian hair. Because of the cut and the direction of the cuticle is what is referred to as Remy, R-E-M-Y. So Remy hair is the one that is extremely prized and used to make wigs, weaves and extensions for women in the West. Non-Remy hair is what is exported by India to China. Now when you think about all of this and you realize that Africa alone is a $6 billion market for hair weaves and extensions, out of the total overall market of over $9 billion for weaves made out of black hair. And India makes just about $400 to maybe $500 million of all of this. So the entire value-added products, which is the making of the wigs, the weaves, and even the hair extensions, the entire market for all of it, which comprises, I would guess, about 80% of the overall market, is cornered by others. There are Silicon Valley startups that have been focused on generating wigs and weaves for women by sourcing hair from India and China. China generates over $2 billion of revenue from its export of wigs and weaves, which many of it is that are made by sourcing hair from India. So just think about this. Instead of just being a producer and supplier of primary products like hair, a country of 1.25 billion people who are not loath to part with their hair at frequent intervals can become a huge supplier not just of the primary product but of value-added products like wigs, weaves, extensions, the so-called dry hair component of the world hair market. And that's a phenomenal opportunity if only we learned to think in those terms. The question is, will we?